Just a cool little follow-up video to my last video. This box is cool. And I want to hear what they sound like in it. One of these little guys, I'm pretty sure it was this one right here. We had a little bit of separation when I started pushing 10 hertz on it, 15 hertz, with more power than they're designed to handle. You can expect bad things when you do things speakers don't like. But we glued it back together, everything's brand new again. It actually took it pretty good. Don't put 10 hertz on these. If you buy these, don't play 10 hertz on them. They're not made for that. I just did it just to see them move and to have a little bit of fun and at my own risk. So this box looks cool. Love the slot port. Everything's 3D printed. Comes with this lid right here. It's a shame to cover all that up so you can't see. Let's go ahead and make a clear top for it. Yeah, pretty close, pretty close. I mean, it is a rectangle. Now, if you purchase this thing and you got this lid, you're probably gonna want to use a small amount of CA glue and some activator on that, and very carefully put that on there and let it set for a couple minutes, and then you should be good to go. But since I'm doing clear, I don't want to see a bunch of goop. So we're gonna have to get a little bit creative with how we make this thing stick. There's no place to put any fasteners, so you just have to do whatever you can do. Bought me a set of LED headlights for the Sprinter, and they came with some white gloves, so this is a good time to use them. Not for the headlights, but so I don't get any fingerprints on this new top lid. Oh yeah, thanks. If I had to do this all over again, I'd do each individual panel and I'd trim them off, but there's really not a lot of surface area on there. We're talking about 1/8 of an inch or so. So you really don't have a lot of choice if you're not gluing. And even gluing seems like kind of a nightmare, but looks good. I think it's gonna hold air. So there's only one thing left to do, hook it up. All right, the amp's on. Just gotta hook these speakers up, but they're 4 ohms each. I wanna give them all the chance they can to survive and not die right now. We're gonna wire them up in series, 8 ohms. Should be nice and easy on the speaker and still get lots of power from the amp. And if you happen to hear any buzzing coming through this video, it's the power supply, not the amp, not the speakers, not the head unit. It's pretty simple. We have 2 4-ohm speakers here. Negative from one, positive from the other, so it's essentially a jumper. And then the positive from one, the negative from the other, that'll bring us up to 8 ohms. If I was to run positive to positive, negative to negative, it would be 2 ohms. So we're raising them up, and we're gonna be a little gentler on them because the amp won't put out as much power at 8 ohms as it would at 2. All right, so we talked about the importance of the FS of the speaker in the last video. Turns out these are around 155 or so. You really shouldn't be tuning much lower on a subwoofer than what you're seeing on the FS reading. We're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna see what the box is actually tuned to. It's gonna be kind of hard because those speakers with their high FS, there's really not a lot you can do about it, but let's see. We're looking for that first peak, 134. Now we're looking for the first dip after that. There, it's starting to rise again. Let's see. And it's gonna start climbing again. So about 255 hertz would be the FB or the tuning of this box. It's not really made to make a lot of bass. First we'll put a little bit of bass on it just to show you that it's not gonna be right. It just can't be. And then we'll put it in full range and play it again. We're just gonna do something like 250 just to see how that goes. What we want to do is we want to play the usable range of the speaker and not damage the speaker. We're going to go ahead and turn the crossover calibrator on. As you can see, we got the probes and the full range channels up here on this amp. We're just going to set the crossovers with a little bit of precision. All right, we got 250 hertz queued up. We're going to turn the volume up until we start seeing signal. All right, we got some signal. We're going to turn it up until we see red. We got red, it's a little too much. Back it back down a notch. All right, so hit read. It's showing our crossovers are a little high for 250. So we're just gonna turn that down until it's calibrated. There we go, 250 hertz, easy. As you can see, 250 hertz, and we are calibrated, dead center. Of course, if you're using a DSP, you're gonna wanna control your slope also. So if you were to try to play these things as a subwoofer, this is probably what would happen. We'll go ahead and give it the benefit of the doubt and put it at 100 hertz and down. This is subwoofer only, no mids and highs. You can barely even tell what song we're listening to. Yeah. Like it doesn't really sound that good, to be honest. So I don't want to push that too hard unless we're going to intentionally break these. Yeah, it's not really, it's got a little clack to it. Let's go ahead and take this off the sub channels because these are really not subwoofers. They look like them, but they're not. And we'll run a little bit more full range, 250. Yeah, so not only are these things playing frequencies that they don't like on that sub channel, but also probably getting a little bit more power than they like too. So they're rated for like 25 watts or something like that, 20 watts, whatever I said in the last video. Yeah, they'd probably work better as a mid-range. Remember, we set the crossovers at 250 and up a few minutes ago on this. Might be a little bit better now.
Rock this money over this bullshit though, right? A lot of bullshit going down, right? Check it out. Everybody, I'm in a party with the white Louis on the floor. In a sec with my Mac, going down. Make about $1.8 million. Yeah, I sleep late when I'm in the lane. 100 grand. They get across and I'm coming with the contraband. I get them off on the cop.
Money over the bullshit. Money over the bullshit.
Of course, the high excursion stuff is fun. Watching the woofers flex is always fun, but if they're not made for it, then it's not going to be a good day for the speaker. Hey, it's not exactly bumping, but it's playing music and it's playing clean because I set the crossovers correct. If you're putting this thing inside of an RC car, you're going to play full range anyways. Over 100 hertz, 150 hertz, 200 hertz, something like that. Yeah, I can't play this too long, that copyright. It'll get you every time. And you know I can't end this video without hooking up the IMSG. and running something real nice and low through it. All right, let's see what 40 hertz does. Got a little bit of wind coming out of there, not too much. 20 hertz. $15 hertz. It's not making much noise at 10 hertz or 15 or 20, but they are moving. If you're going to use these, you're better off using them full range in your RC car, in your toy car, in your little project, because that's what they're really made for. They're not going to make a lot of bass. They look like little woofers, but they're actually speakers, and the mid-range is somewhere where they want to be, and even then, it's still a replica toy. So put it in your RC car, put it at full range, stay within the wattage range, and you'll have a lot of fun. I get a lot of people telling me that they're going to put these in their motorcycle fairing or in the dash somewhere. And I just gotta say, I wouldn't do it. They're not really made for that. If you want high quality sound, you're gonna wanna run something like a B2 Audio mid and tweeter or a 3-way of some sort. And of course, B2 Audio makes badass subwoofers too, real ones. And with that, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me.